Hi, everybody. I came in 5 minutes late because I want to see whether there are students here. Hazri is here. Hi, Jeffrey is here. Jasmine is here. Farah is here. Good afternoon. Joanne is here. Liana is here. Okay, good afternoon. We had a meeting with all the Form 5 teachers and the admin of the school about your trial exam results, okay? And a few names of the students in your class were mentioned just now. Okay, and two of you are in the list, no? The possible with more failures. Okay, so I hope, don't worry, this link is private. It's not public. Nobody from outside your class can see this. Okay, so few names appeared, but luckily for English for the whole school, 5 Muzaffar had 2 failures. Okay, our class no failure. Is Fikri here? Fikri is never here, right? Can you later on tell Fikri that he never attends the classes? And I think they contacted his mother already. Fikri got 41. Okay, 41 is quite low. And then there are a few in this class also, 5 Malawa with 55, 56, 57. Okay, around the 50 something marks. So you better improve. Okay. I think there were 2 names of 5 Malawa in the list of the 12 possible failures, okay, with many subjects, not English, okay. For English, only 2 from 5 Malawa. So hopefully you will do well. Um, I was quite lenient with the marking for your trial exam, okay. I realized that there are a few uh, questions even in paper 2, okay, objective, because normally when we write comment, we go through the paper. I did answer the papers, okay. Normally that's how we do it. We answer first and then we check the scheme, the skema pemarkahan. So I realized that paper 2, the MCQ objective, there are questions which are sort of, how to say, confusing a bit. Okay. So for example, I even had 2 mistakes in the objective. So when this happened, we realized that the answers are quite tricky. Okay. And then I realized also if for paper 1 directed writing, the question itself also is quite tricky because there are a lot of information there, and then when you add to the content points, you become confused on the objective. So those are the comments that I wrote in the report that I gave to the principal, okay, because the principal has to compile and give to JPN. Okay, but luckily English, our target is not that far. So I think a lot of other subjects, right? You have physics and maths and other subjects which are had 40 over or 30 something failures. Okay, so can we continue? And one more thing about your attendance, okay? We have to report to your parents now whether you are attending or not. And then I think your form teacher needs to inform the parents if you do not attend any of the classes online. Okay, there is only maybe 1 or 2 here at higher risk for English. Okay, so I hope you can do better. So today, as you can see that we are doing continuous writing, I try to finish as soon as possible. So we are last week we did fire, so today we're going to do accident because I think accident many can write, and then maybe we'll do flood and robbery. And for happy events, I think you can maybe we'll do, okay, on celebration or a trip. Okay, so can we start? Any comments about your paper? Because I did ask how you felt about the paper, right? Some of you will say your marks were okay and so on. So I'm not going to ask more about the exam paper. So can you understand about the attendance especially? No problem, right? Okay, can we continue? Okay, Jasmine said we will improve. Yes, thank you very much. Attendance form will be at the end of this class, okay? So I do not want to make this public because sometimes we do discuss school matters. Okay, can we start? Okay, so I'm going to start now. Is it okay? So I'm going to share this. This is my screen. Okay, I'm gonna share. Wait, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, sharing screen. Okay, it is sharing now, right? Okay, Mira is here, Masita is here, Shami is here. Okay, thank you for coming. If there are any questions, do ask. Okay, today we're going to continue with continuous writing. So today we're going to do accident. Okay, so let's look at the notes. So we are still doing descriptive. Those who attended last week, you will know that we did on fire. Okay, so now we are going to look at the question. As usual, you know this, right? Two sections in paper 1. So there is first directed writing, 35 marks, and section B, continuous writing, 50 marks. Okay, section B, as usual, we have all this type of question: description, person, place, event, narrative. Sometimes narrative is also mixed with description, okay? And then you have factual, then you have argument. Argumentative is more on giving opinion. Do you agree or disagree? And the last one is reflective. Reflective is like your ideal house, your ideal school. Okay. If there is no exam, do you like school without exam and so on? So that is called reflective. Okay, let's look at this. Is last year paper. So the first question: if you have a chance to become someone, okay, who will you be? Who would you choose to be? So this is under reflective. Okay, the moment you have modern invention, uh, have made our life much too complicated. So how far do you agree? The moment you see this, whether you agree, you know that it is argumentative. Okay, I repeat the first one. If you had the chance to be someone else, who would you choose to be? Explain what would be good about being that person and what might be difficult. So if you get this type of question, although it is reflective, since I gave you the strategy, the tips to memorize a person, right? So you can answer about that person. Okay, that's how you adapt to the essays that you have memorized. Number 2, modern invention have made our life much too complicated. Things used to be a lot simpler in the past. How far do you agree? This one I won't write because there are too many inventions to write about. Okay. And number 3, write a story. The moment you see story, you know that it is narrative. Okay. So write a story about two persons who had an argument because one of them had lost a mobile phone. Maybe you can write, you were arguing, your elder brother accuse you of, or you accuse somebody in the family of stealing your phone, and then you were not talking, and then your parents take you in a car, right, for a journey. Maybe no, you're sorry. Okay, maybe you're supposed to go to a shopping center or visit your grandparents. So an accident happened along the way. So then you talk about how the accident happened, how you help each other, and so on. So you can write that family members are more important than the phone, right? Okay, number 4, which do you think is more important? So the moment you see this, money or health, compare the two. So you know that it is argumentative. Argumentative is giving opinion. Okay. So the last one, write about the day you first met your friend. Many of you will write this. Okay, where were you? How you began talking to each other? Explain your friendship. Okay, this is more on description and story. So that's why I say that sometimes the question will be a mixture of this one. You can describe your friend, how he or she looks like. Okay, how did you meet? Okay, how your friendship developed. So it's a mixture of description and narration. Okay, so far so good, right? Okay, let's look at descriptive and narrative writing. So person, you can describe. Normally, there's a mixture between descriptive and narrative. So you can write about a person, a place, or an event. Event will be too happy or sad. So I mentioned this in the class, right? This is the strategy for you to get higher marks for your English. Okay, so today we're going to look at events. So let's look at vocabulary. Why good vocabulary is important, okay? So good vocabulary helps writing because I use my pen, okay? Okay, why is it important? Look at number 1. Using descriptive words helps your readers envision what you are describing. Envision means to imagine. So when examiners read, you have good vocabulary, they can sort of see the pictures of what you're trying to say. Okay, so read the next one. Okay, then why is vocabulary important? Because it can create more variety in your paragraphs and in your sentences. Okay, so the readers will be more interested to read your essay. Okay, let's look at the next one. So these are the vocabularies, okay, or the word list. So you have nouns. Okay, nouns is kata, nama. Okay, the first one you have public spiritedness. Public spiritedness means semangat menolong orang lain. Okay, so next, good Samaritan. Good Samaritan means a good person who likes to help others. Orang yang suka menolong orang lain. Okay, then you have bystanders. Bystanders means people who were there at the scene of the accident. Passers-by means, for example, you have people on bicycle, in vehicles like cars or motorcycles, so they pass by the area. Okay, then they saw the incident or accident. Then you have the word injured or hurt. So how is the injury? Serious, severe, light, minor. Then you have outpatient treatment. Outpatient treatment means you are not admitted. Tak payah masuk hospital. So then you have emergency call, police, ambulance, casualties and victims are the same. Mangsa. Casualty is mangsa. Okay, then you have accident like hit and run. Then you have word out of control, car, out of control, lorry, out of control, motorcycle. Tireless effort means usaha yang tak kenal penat lelah dia. Okay, means you continue to make effort. Fatal means mati. Fatality means jumlah yang mati. Fatal means is death. Okay, fatality means number of death. Then you have siren of an ambulance, witness or witnesses, paramedics. Okay, sorry, we have just now hit and run on the top, right? Okay, then you have dented, damage, flip. So these are remuk, kemek. These are for cars. Flip means terbalik. Wreck car, kereta yang remuk. Wreckage means kereta yang remuk also. But you don't say wreckage car. You just say wreckage. You cannot put words after this. Okay. Dented bicycle, bent, distorted. Distorted means bentuk asal sudah hilang. Okay. The original shape is gone, so it is distorted, sengit dan sebagainya. Spluttering sound of car engine. Spluttering means okay. So means maybe the car was in an accident, so it stopped after you hear the spluttering sound. Stationary lorry. Stationary means tidak bergerak. Okay, remember here A. If you put E, it becomes alat tulis. So be careful with the word stationary. Then you have the word unconscious. Unconscious means tidak sedarkan diri. Okay, you can use fainted, but unconscious is better. Okay, then you have speeding car, speedy car, irresponsible driver or motorist. Then you have registration number. Look at the registration number. You cannot write, students like to write this, plate number. There's no plate number because this is Manglish. Manglish means Malaysia English. Okay, when you use Malaysian English, you get the plate number. Plate pinggan. There's no plate, okay? You must write registration number. Okay, look at the spelling for license. It's CE, kata nama. Perbuatan is license, SE. L-I. Okay, I use another color, sorry. Okay, I use red. If verb is L-I-C-E-N-S-E. Okay, so you can put licenses, or you can put license, or you can put licensing. Okay, ini adalah perbuatan. Kalau kata nama is license with CE. Okay. Next, state of shock. State of shock means terkejut. Then you have out of control car, lorry, or motorcycle, tireless effort. I think we have here already, right? And then windscreen. Windscreen is cermin depan. Okay, the front mirror. Then you have your booth. You have your front and your rear bumper. Belakang is rear. Rear bumper, not behind bumper. Okay, let's continue. I hope you have all the nouns. Let's look at actions. So for actions, you have a lot. For example, we have offered help, gave first aid treatment, stop, hail a passing car. Hail means when you wave your hand. Hail me is trying to stop the passing car. So you put up your hand and you wave. So that is called hailing or hail. Rush to hospital. Swerve. Swerve is the for example, this is your car. I show a picture. Okay, I draw a bit so you know the meaning. Let's take the right. Okay, so this is your car moving. So you are going this way. There's another car coming from this way. Okay, suddenly the car went to your lane. So the car came here. So you nak elak. So you went like that. You went to the side. Okay, this is called swerve. Swerve is cuba mengelak. Okay. Flang. Flang means the pelanting. Then you have the crowds gathered. Orang ramai berkumpul surrounded the victim. Pin to the seat. Pin to the seat means terperangkap di tempat duduk. So maybe you're in a bus, on a lorry or a van. You are pinned means you cannot move. Okay? Inform, place, alerted the police. Then you have the word occurred, overtook, blood ooze, blood trickle from his open wound. Ooze and trickle mean mengalir darah dengan perlahan-lahan. Okay, darah tu mengalir like slowly. Treated, you know, shattered, pecah. Oops. We went to the other slide. Okay, shattered means the windscreen shattered. Hancur, cermin itu hancur. You have rescued, saved, skidded. Skidded means because it is wet. When the road is wet, the road is also slippery, right? When it is slippery, dia akan skidded. What is skidded in BM? Okay, after that, plunge. Plunge means from the road, it enters the drain. Bila dia masuk longkang, longkang is also ravine. Ravine is longkang yang besar. Ravine. So bila dia plunge means it goes down into the ravine, masuk longkang itu. Okay, next we have crash. Okay, this is important. These are important words. Because instead of saying the word hit, you can say crash, hit, knock into, knock head on, knock down, crash into, collided with, and hit. Okay, hit again, sorry. Okay, these are the words that you can use to describe maybe the car hitting somebody or the car hit a van and so on. Then you have the word fell down, thrown off his bicycle, landed on the ground with a loud thud. Thud means bunyi yang kuat. Lay motionless, baring, tidak bergerak, groan in pain. Groan in pain means mengerang dalam kesakitan. You have the word fainted, pengsan. Just now we have unconscious, right? So, but this one is verb, perbuatan. This is verb. So, fainted is verb. Pengsan. Just now, okay, I repeat. Let's go back to your nouns so that you can understand. Okay, so you have unconscious here. Unconscious means pengsan. Teacher, how to use? You must use the word was. Okay, was because it is now. Okay, the car was red. The tree was tall. So the man was unconscious. Okay, this is the noun. Noun letak di sini. Okay, but for verb just now, you cannot put. You must use, for example, he. Okay, he straight away verb. He fainted. He regained consciousness. Dia tak ada was. You cannot say he was fainted. If you say he was fainted, ni dia dipengsankan. Okay, be careful with action or verbs. Verbs are very important because verb biasanya tak letak is or are depan. If you put is or are depan, dia akan jadi ayat pasif. Okay, scream for example. He screamed. He cried. You cannot say he was screamed. He was screaming, dia dijeritkan. He cried, yes. If you write he was cried, dia dinangiskan. So something wrong, right? Okay, next. Render help. Beri, render is beri. So beri pertolongan. So you can write here, he rendered help to the victim. Okay, it is quite easy. But if I teach you vocab without the grammar, you don't understand. Okay, let's go back. Just now I repeat, noun. Bila ada noun, dia kena letak depan ni. He. Any subject now, okay? Any subject. He was or they were. You can write were here. So, they were unconscious. Or two people were unconscious. So, were dengan was penting untuk noun. For example, dented. Look at the word dented. So, how do you write? The car was dented. The car was damaged. The car was flipped. Okay? Can you understand that? Be careful with noun and verbs. Because memorizing noun and verbs are useless unless you know how to write. Okay? So remember, when you're describing a noun, you must have were or was. present tense will be is and are. Okay, so you can write, for example, this one, spluttering sound of engine car. There was spluttering sound of an engine and car engine. Okay, let's look at injured. Okay, he was injured. He was hurt. How? He was seriously injured. He was severely injured. Luckily, okay, he was only what? He had only minor injury. Okay, he was injured, but it was light or minor. Okay, severe and serious adalah kecederaan yang teruk. Light and minor, sederhana ataupun ringan. Okay. Okay, let's look at the next one. Remember, we are doing verb. Send. Send. Okay, I send, they send, send or dibawa. Okay, you see was here? Was ini dibawa. So, he was sent to the nearest hospital. Okay, the paramedics put or place on stretcher. Put the victims on stretcher. Berdarah is bled. Past tense, eh? So, if you want to write ing, you can write bleeding profusely. Okay, tadi kita belajar where? Us, right? Okay, here. Us and tickle. Ini berdarah sedikit. But here, if banyak is called profusely. Then you can have, just now we have injury. How is the injury serious? You can say leg, forehead, arm broken. There were bruises, there were cuts. Cut is luka. Fracture is patah. Fracture is the same with broken. Wounds adalah luka. Admitted means memang kena masuk hospital. Okay, if you are not admitted, you receive, just now we say what? Kalau tak masuk hospital, you only receive outpatient treatment. Okay, kalau terpaksa masuk hospital, you use the word admitted. Discharge means dibenarkan balik. They allow you to leave the hospital. Splattered means if blood, for example, you are bleeding, the blood splattered on the floor. Splattered, how to say in BM? Tersebar, something like that. Okay? So, bila darah tu jatuh, dia akan tersebar atas lantai, something like that. That's called splattered. Okay? So, for example, you throw dragon fruit. When you throw dragon fruit on the floor, when the thing splatter, you can see, right, all the pinkish or the reddish color. Okay? Okay, lastly, you have feelings. So feelings, we have sympathetic, sympathize. Okay, teacher, how to use? The moment you see sympathetic, you use the word was. Saya merasa kasihan. So, I was sympathetic. Kalau ada ed ni, perbuatan. So, just put I sympathize. No was, eh? But if tick adalah adjective. I am wearing red dress. So, sorry. So, I was sympathetic. I was clever. I was lazy. So, I was sympathetic. But if you put sympathize, I sympathize. Or we sympathize. Kami merasa simpati. Okay, panic. Same thing. I panicked. I felt panicky. So, this one tak ada kena guna was. Because panic adalah adjective. Devastated also adjective. So, I was devastated. Because feeling adalah biasanya adalah adjective. Adjective is what lah? Adjective lah, yeah. BM is also adjective, right? They are adjectives. Okay. So petrified also takut. Sorrowful is sedih. I was sorrowful. I was petrified. I was shocked. I was surprised. I was frightened. I was terrified. I was horrified. Okay, use all was. If banyak, were. If satu is was. If many will be were. Okay, then you have amazed. Amazed means kagum. Sad, dejected. Dejected is sedih. Bitter also sedih. Dismal also sedih. Heartbroken also same. I was melancholy. I was heartbroken. I was mournful. I was pessimistic. I was somber. Somber is also sedih. American spelling for somber is SOMBER. Okay? So don't use American spelling. Because once you use American spelling, you have to use everything American spelling. Okay, that's the rules for SPM. Okay, that's all. Then we have idiomatic expression. Idiomatic is macam peribahasa or simpulan bahasa. Okay, first one, There are many, but just let's look at a few. Lend a helping hand. Lend a helping hand means tolong, to help somebody. So he ran to lend a helping hand to the victim who was injured. Okay, second you have chill the bone. Chill the bone means sesuatu yang menakutkan anda. Okay, the scene of the horrible incident chill my bone. Chill the bone means we feel scared. Okay, last week I did this. Stop that in track means I stopped that in my track as I heard the siren of the ambulance. Stop in the track means not moving. Okay, not moving. Not moving is motionless. Okay, tak boleh bergerak sebab awak terkejut. Rooted to the spot also not moving. I stood rooted to the spot or I stood rooted to the ground watching the car wreckage. Okay, heart sank. My heart sank seeing the injured victim. Heart sank is also sad. Okay, so when you have stopped that in the track and rooted to the spot, these are called surprise. Terkejut, surprise. SUPRISED. Terkejut. Okay, can you understand so far? Okay, now we are going to move to the example. Before that, I want to look at your comments. So far, can you understand? Okay, so far, can you understand? Look at the, is it okay? Okay, let's look at questions. You have time for some questions here. Hazri said, let's look at Hazri's question. Teacher, the image is blur. Zarif, it's not blur. I think you have to change your setting. Because maybe of the internet, you just go to there's a wheel, ada roda kat tepi, right? You change your setting to the lowest one. So maybe it'll be clearer for you. I think the internet at your place is not that good. Okay? So I think there's somewhere here at the YouTube here where you can see there's a wheel. So you can look at the wheel, then you change the setting. Normally it is set at 720, I think. Okay? Okay. Ask questions. Okay, if you cannot hear the voice or it is blurred, that's the reason. Okay, next question will be if he was escorted to the nearest hospital. So you must write he was escorted. Okay, use the word ESCORTED. Escorted means dia ditemani. Okay, escort is different a bit. Escort is like if you're an important person, people can escort you somewhere. But if you're injured, don't say escort. Okay, just say he was taken to the nearest hospital. Was means is good. You know how to use this. So dibawa. Tapi escort is more like ditemani. Okay, escort is more like company. You see the car where the VIP comes or the minister comes, there are people escorting him, right? The police car will be beside his car or the police motorbike will be beside his car, okay? So that is more on escort. Okay, any more question? Ask before we go to the sample sentences because I feel that you should memorize this. If you really memorize all the good essays and you're very lucky, okay, you have a high chance to get no A or A minus and then B plus and so on, which is quite good. Okay. Any more questions? Ask, don't be quiet. If I'm too fast, also tell me. Okay, you can see this recording later on to repeat what, for example, my sample sentences. But I already finished the second module. I have the PDF module for sample essays for accident also. So the next one, I'll be doing a few more. Okay. So can I continue? Okay. So let's continue. Any more comments or questions? Okay, I'll continue. Okay. So the first one, we are looking at the starting of the accident, maybe paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and so on. You can write, okay, I'm going to use my pen. I'll use which one is better? Yellow, okay? I use highlighter. Okay, I saw a yellow car trying to beat the red light. Before I knew it, I heard thunderous, heart-stopping crash. You can use this word. Thunderous, heart-stopping crash. Thunderous means bunyi yang kuat. Okay? Thunderous bunyian. Heart stopping ni awak terkejut. Okay. So, thunderous heart stopping crash. Your heart nearly stopped. Okay. The car had slammed head on into a silver van right in the middle of a large intersection. Intersection is a like, car is intersection, for example, like this. Okay, there is a T. Okay, so the accident. Okay, why does it change when I click? Okay, sorry. So intersection is like that. So the accident must have happened somewhere here. Okay, in the middle there. Okay, shattered windscreen glass. Shattered windscreen. If you don't want glass, also okay. People know that the windscreen is made of glass, right? If you do not want this, you can take it out. Shattered windscreen was thrown all over the place. Thrown means bertaburan. Okay. Shattered windscreen was thrown all over the junction and the passers-by crowded around the scene. Orang yang lalu lalang di situ pun berkumpul. Okay, you can write something like this. Or you can change I. Maybe in the question is he, or they give a name. So you write the name. For example, they give the name Ali. So you use Ali. I saw a young boy make a dash. Dash means meluru. Okay. I saw a young boy. Teacher, why make? You say past tense? Because past tense is here. Okay. I saw a young boy make a dash across the road. So teacher, why make ya? Bukan M-A-D-E? Kenapa bukan M-A-D-E? Okay. I use a red pen or blue pen, I think. Okay, I change the color. Okay, teacher, kenapa bukan made? Because it's past tense. Okay. Past tense ni ada di sini. Saw, I saw. Okay, what is this called? Teacher, kenapa tiba-tiba ada rules ini? I saw young boy make. Okay, I saw a car knock. Nampak tak ini? Okay. So in accident, normally you write I saw. I saw. We saw. Okay, or another word you use will be witness. Am I right? Okay, this is an important verb, perbuatan. Okay, so awak akan buat ayat ini. You will say, I saw a young boy make a dash. I saw a young boy run. Teacher, kenapa bukan I saw a young boy ran? Kenapa bukan ran? Okay, this is called, I show you, bare infinitive. What is bare infinitive, teacher? Okay, I think I should teach you this because it is important. So let's look at the PDF here. Can you see the PDF? I'm sharing the screen. I think you can see, right? So what is bare infinitive? Do I have a pen here? Oh yeah, I can use a pen. So what is bare infinitive? Okay, bare infinitive means the word is used with an infinitive, but it is not essentially part of the sign of it. Okay, don't worry about that. Tak payah tahu apa fungsi apa nama dia, apa erti dia. Okay, you don't need to know the description. Okay, how to use? Very easy. Okay, the infinitive is used without to. Dia kan tak ada to, tapi dia guna yang asal. With certain verbs like beat. Okay, ini kena hafal. Okay. Beat, let, make, see, hear, need, watch. We have other like heard and so on. Okay, here is heard. So, see is saw for past tense. Okay, bila ada perkataan ini, beat, let, for example, my mother let me go, but it happened in the past tense. So, my mother let me go, not my mother let me went. So, you have the word make. For example, the teacher made me write. So, made is past tense, M-A-D-E. Can I use this? Okay, no, sorry. So, made means the teacher made me do. Teacher itu suruh saya buat sesuatu. Okay, so M-A-D-E, made me do, not make me did. Okay, so but the word see here, you love to write see in accident. I witnessed, I saw. Okay, so this is important. So when you write this, you must write like this. Okay. Okay. For example, I bade him go. Past tense is bade from the word bid. So I bade him go. No, I bade him went. Because kenapa ni teacher? Sebab dia adalah sebenarnya ada to. Dia sebenarnya ada to. Okay. So, tapi dia sudah dibuang to. So, bila dia buang to, dia dipanggil bare infinitive. Okay, jangan tanya, teacher kenapa ini bukan past tense? Dia memang bukan past tense. Sebab asal dia adalah bare infinitive. Infinitive means ada to. Tapi bila ada perkataan beat, let, make, hear, see, heard, semua need. So, this one bermaksud dia tak boleh ada to. Jadi dia jadi I bid him go. Let him sit here. Correct, right? You don't say let him to sit here. Okay? She made me cry. See or not? She made me cry. You cannot say she made me to cry. And then you cannot write she made me cry. C-R-I-E-D. Because memang asal dia bukan C-R-I-E-D. Asal dia adalah ada to. Okay? For example, I heard him sing a lovely song. Heard ni past tense. Tetapi teacher, kenapa sing ni jadi present tense? Dia bukan present tense. Sebab asal dia adalah to. I heard him sing a lovely song yesterday. Okay? So, bukan I heard him sang a lovely song yesterday. Sebab memang asal dia pun bukan sang. Walaupun dia past tense. Because dia adalah to sing. You cannot write I heard him to sing a lovely song. Okay? So, bila buang to, dia akan jadi I heard him sing. Okay, then this one is easy. The back infinitive is also used when the word will, would, shall, should, may, might, can, could, and must. This one I taught you in class lah. I can go, I will go, she will go, she should, you may go, I can take, I could take. Okay, so this one memang tak ada ed because dia adalah, we call it future tense. Okay, so this one is normal, but I want to teach you because you always use the word see or witness. Okay, so I hope you can understand that. You want to know more about back infinitive, you can, because now I'm teaching grammar for my Form 2 and Form 3. Okay, let's continue. You can see, right? Okay, can you understand back infinitive? I'll stop for a while. I'll check your answers. Can you understand? Windscreen or windshield? Both can. Okay, good question. He's quite alert with the vocabulary. Wind, not W-I-N, W-I-N-D, windscreen. Windscreen or windshield can, both can. Okay. Be careful with the spelling. Okay, good. Can you understand bare infinitive? Because I know that you will use this sentence the most often. Because dia akan kerap ditulis. Nanti bila ditulis salah, dua-dua ada past tense. Okay, can? Okay, I'll continue. So just now we have the word. Am I using the blue? Okay, I use blue. So I saw. Let's read. I saw. Where's my pen now? Highlighter. Wait. Highlighter blue. Okay. I saw a young boy make. Okay, teacher kenapa make? Sebab asal dia adalah to make. So memang dia tak boleh past tense. Okay, I saw a young boy make a dash across the road. There was a loud blare of horn. Horn is bunyi kereta. Pip, pip, pip. And a school of brake. Brake means orang brake kereta. Tengok ejaan brake Okay, I bring here. I bring here. Jangan eja pecah. Pecah is brake. Be careful, right? Ini brake pecah. Okay, brake bila awak tekan brake kereta is called, it is spelled as B-R-A. Oh. I don't know why sometimes I click, it will go to the other one. Okay, brake is spelled B-R-A-K-E. So past tense will be braked. Okay, so kalau bunyi a school of brakes and I saw a car knock. Ada lagi teacher I saw, yes. I saw a car knock. So knock ni guna perkataan yang asal. I saw a car knock into the boy. He felt as though his feet were swept from under him. Fortunately, the car was not moving very fast, and the driver managed to stop the car before a wheel could run over. Okay, next we have one evening as a group of 3 students or children were tearing down a road. Tearing down means moving very fast. Okay, the bicycle, they are cycling very fast. Tearing down a road on their bicycles. A van suddenly shot out of a junction right in their path. Right in their path means dalam laluan yang mereka itu, sama laluan. The driver was obviously a stranger to the area and did not see the danger until it was too late. He braked hard. Nampak perkataan brake, okay? He braked hard and swerved his van in an attempt to avoid hitting the young cyclist. Swerve ni dia cuba mengelak. Okay, tried as he did, he could not avoid hitting the leading cyclist. Leading means the boy who is cycling at the first place, okay, in front. The front end of the van collided with the young cyclist with a sickening crunch. Sickening crunch ni krop, okay. So bila dia langgar, bunyi dia sickening. Sickening means menakutkan. The boy was flung onto the road terpelanting. Okay, all of a sudden there was a loud crash. All of a sudden there was a loud crash behind me. I was quite taken aback. Taken aback means terkejut juga by the unexpected loud noise. I turned around to see what had just happened. I realized that it was a serious road accident. Due to the wet, slippery road, a car driver had lost control of his car. Consequently, cuba guna ini. Many KGV students do not know how to use consequently. Consequently means akibatnya. Consequently is the same as a result. Okay. Consequently is also the same as therefore or hence. Hence oleh itu. Okay, or therefore. THERE, therefore, therefore. Okay, so consequently means akibat. Consequently, he rammed his car into the back of a stationary lorry. Stationary A, tidak bergerak. E is alat tulis. The front of the car was badly damaged. There was smoke coming from the engine. Splinters of glass. Splinter is kaca yang pecah. Were seen scattered on the ground. Okay, so there are many sentences here. If you say, oh, teacher, I like this sentence. So ambillah ayat mana-mana yang awak suka. If you like that, you take that and then you can combine and make your own essay. Okay. So far, so good. To eat. A few cars behind the school bus rammed into the bus as they could not brake in time. And soon it became a pile-up. Pile-up means semua langgar belakang. Tum, 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 tum. So dia bertimbun. Okay. The already congested road became jammed. Jalan tu sebenarnya dah already congested. So it became jammed with vehicles that came to a crawl. Came to a crawl means kereta semua kenderaan dah merangkak. Okay? Because there was a jam. So this is a good sentence. The already congested road became jammed with vehicles that came to a crawl. This is good. I told my father that we had to help the victims and he nodded silently. Nodded means mengangguk kepala. He brought the car to a halt. Halt means berhentikan kereta. Not too far from the accident spot. Spot means tempat berlakunya kemalangan. Okay, this is good. A bolt out of the blue. Sorry. A bolt out of the blue means tiba-tiba. I didn't put this in the idiom just now, right? A bolt out of the blue, tiba-tiba. Okay, when John was about to reach, reach is wrong spelling. There's no ed here. Sorry. When John was about to reach, no ed, yeah. When John was about to reach the school, he heard a screeching noise from a car and some screaming by the pedestrian. He quickly turned around to see what had happened. He saw a boy was lying down in the middle of the road with his bicycle. Okay. So he saw a boy was lying down in the middle of the road with his bicycle. He was badly hurt. The ground and his school uniform were all covered with his blood. Okay, he was bleeding profusely. A white Honda stopped in front of the little boy. The driver of the car quickly rushed towards the boy. Okay, so this is the beginning. Okay, some more here. Where are there? Okay, sorry, I close this and I take out the line first. Discard. Okay, where were we? We were here, right? Okay, let's play again. Okay, I use my pen highlighter. When I was approaching a junction not far from the school, I saw a student riding a motorcycle. She has just stopped at the junction to give way to the traffic from her right. Give way means membenarkan traffic tu lalu dulu. Okay, traffic could be a car, a van, anything. While she was giving way, suddenly her motorcycle was rammed from behind by a speeding van. As a result of the impact, the girl and her motorcycle jerked forward. Jerk means terpelanting ke depan, okay, before falling to the ground. Her books were scattered on the ground. Her arms and legs were bruised, luka, and her elbow was bleeding. Okay, so what is elbow? How to say elbow in BM? Siku, ya siku. Siku was bleeding profusely. Profusely mean berdarah dengan teruk. The poor girl groaned in pain. Okay, so this is another example. Next, you can write, a motorcyclist was following behind our car very closely. He was so impatient that he was trying to overtake our car. Overtake means potong. Don't say cut, there's no such thing as cut. Okay, next. He was trying to overtake our car near a sharp bend. Okay, at that critical moment, there was an oncoming car. Oncoming car ni kereta datang daripada depan. Father swerved to the roadside and I got a terrible joke. Joke means terkejut, I was too late. Not terkejut. I got a terrible joke means there was like a pressure where awak tergerak daripada tempat duduk like that. Okay, so it was too late for the motorcyclist to avoid the car. His motorcycle ran against the bumper of the car and smashed its windscreen. The motorcyclist somersaulted over the car and was found lying in a pool of blood. It was a scene to chill the flesh. Okay, a scene to chill the flesh. Okay, tadi teacher bone, yes, you can write bone or flesh. All of a sudden, all that happened in split second. Dalam beberapa saat sahaja. Okay, split second means dalam beberapa saat saja. And fear overwhelmed us. Fear overwhelmed us means kami rasa takut. Overwhelm means fear over, how to say in BM? Means it's like you feel very scared. Okay, overwhelm means very, very scared. Overwhelm is like for very. Fear overwhelmed us. Kami how to say? Diliputi oleh rasa takut, something like that. Okay. Okay. So this is the last one for the starting. Last Thursday, while Hashim was walking home from school by the side of a highway in Kota Damansara, he witnessed a terrible accident which happened right in front of his eyes. The accident involved a huge lorry and a bus. The lorry, which was travelling on the second lane, was loaded with steel bars. Loaded means dalam lorry itu ada batang besi. While the bus was packed with passengers and travelling on the third lane. Before the accident occurred, the lorry was ahead of the bus and the distance between them was close. The bus was travelling at a high speed. All of a sudden, the lorry swerved to the third lane. Tiba-tiba lorry itu bergerak masuk ke lorong ketiga. Upon seeing the sudden change, the bus driver tried to brake. Okay, memang banyak. You're going to use a lot the word brake, but it was too late. Subsequently, the bus rammed into the back of the lorry. The impact of the collision was The impact of the collision was so strong that both vehicles were badly dented. Dented means remuk, kemek, and dragged some distance before they came to a halt. Means dua-dua tu dia dah berlanggar, dia bergerak bersama-sama. Okay, some distance ke depan. Dia bergerak ke depan beberapa jarak and before they came to a halt. Just now I told you halt, right? Halt is a stop. So halt is S-T-O-P. Before it came to a stop. Teacher, can you stop or not? Can. Before it came to a stop also can. Okay, so we have finished the first description. Maybe you can write in 2 paragraphs. So how to describe the beginning of the accident? Any problem? I'll stop here and look at your comments. Okay, any comments? Can you understand the beginning? It's not easy to write, there are many difficult words, right? The vocabulary is like no more than 10 or 20 or 50. So you need to choose good ones. Any comments so far? Can I see comments? Okay, good. You understand? So if you're able to write good introduction, then people will be, wow, not bad. This candidate or calon knows how to describe the accident clearly. Okay. Okay, good. So we can continue. Okay, it's going to be a long one because of uh, the process of the accident. Okay, now we are in the, I use my pen. Blue will be nicer. Okay, so we are doing the progress. Progress is perkembangan cerita itu, how the story continues. Okay, the scene that greeted us was something I will never forget. It left an indelible imprint. Okay, imprint means like kenangan, not kenangan lah, kesan yang tak boleh dilupakan. Okay, left an indelible imprint in my mind to date. So, wah, teacher, this is a nice sentence. You say, teacher, ini bagus lah, saya suka ayat ni. I would never forget, or from here to here, teacher, I like this. So you can use this in your essays. Okay, the impact of the accident had plunged 3 school children out of the school van. This one is very teruk lah, very horrible accident. Plunged 3 students out of the school van. Dia terpelanting keluar. The driver, the lady, lay lifeless on the steering wheel. Okay, so driver tu tak bergerak, dia baring, tak bergerak di steering wheel. I rushed to the children who were preschoolers. 2 of them were seriously hurt and bleeding profusely from the heads and hands. They were conscious, although too weak to realize what had happened. One of them had, I think there is a setting there where the slide keep moving. Okay, sorry. Okay, they were conscious. Where are we now? Okay, 2 of them were seriously hurt and bleeding profusely from the heads and hands. They were conscious. Conscious means dia memang sedar. They didn't faint. Okay, they did not faint, tak pengsan. Although too weak to realize what had happened. One of them had her left hand broken and appeared unconscious. Ada seorang tu tangan dia patah, left hand, and appeared unconscious. Appeared means kelihatan pengsan atau tak sedarkan diri. Okay, so this is how you describe the victims. In the meantime, passers-by had called the ambulance, and while waiting, we tried as best as possible to help the victims. Next, the passers-by in the school bus were injured. The passengers in the school bus, 2 were injured. I dashed into the bus and saw. Okay, this is a different story. Okay, I dashed into the bus and saw the driver laid slump on the wheel. Slump is pengsan jugalah, dia tak bergerak. He had severe injuries on his head. While my sister helped him down from the bus. Okay, slump dia tak pengsan, dia terbaring kat situ saja. So while my sister helped him down from the bus, I told the injured school children to stay calm. To stay calm means bertenang. Most of them appeared to suffer from minor cuts and bruises on their arms and bodies. So cedera ringan saja. Minor ni ringan. Okay, it was really fortunate that nobody was badly hurt. By then, a few adults had entered the bus, and together we instructed the children to get down from the bus slowly. The children were crying and screaming for their parents, and we had to hug them to keep them quiet. Okay, so you can see that this is the progress, right? There's a lot of descriptive sentences, yes. Because when you write a lot of descriptive, you can get more marks. Because people can imagine the whole incident. Okay, then we're going to move on. I approached the vehicles to see if I could render help. Okay, this is good. To see if I could render help. Sama ada saya boleh beri pertolongan. I noticed that the car driver sustained. Sustain is mengalami. Okay, sustained severe head injuries and was bleeding profusely. He was unconscious in the car. Saya nampak orang tu, pemandu kereta cedera teruk. Okay, di mana? Kepala dia. Dan dia berdarah dengan banyak. Profusely berdarah dengan banyak. He was unconscious, means pengsan. Perhaps his head knocked heavily against the steering wheel when the accident occurred. Luckily, the lorry driver only sustained minor injuries. Okay, so there were 2. One is car, one is lorry. Okay, I ran to a nearby phone booth at once dengan segera and called an ambulance using the public phone. After that, I returned to the scene of the accident. Scene of the accident means tempat kejadian. Scene of the accident. Together with the lorry driver, we helped the car driver to get out of the car. Okay, this is a different one. We finish this one. Let's look at this one. Soon the place was crowded. Penuh sesak dengan orang. Some kind people helped us to carry the car driver to a nearby bus stop where he could lie down and rest. Not long after, the police and ambulance arrived. Two paramedics. Paramedics are the one with the ambulance, okay? Carried the car driver to the ambulance on a stretcher. And he was rushed to hospital for treatment. Okay, sometimes there could be firemen, okay? If you are stuck, for example, here, I use the word, just now we use the word pin, right? Okay, so this is extra. Yeah, I forgot to write this sentence. Pin. Just now we have pin to the seat. Okay, for example, you say the driver was pinned to his seat or the seat. Seat adalah tempat duduk, okay? Seat. S-E-A-T. So how is the fireman going to help? Sometimes you have the fireman, right? So you can say, or the car was dented. Dented. Okay, the driver's door was dented. You know the door? Bila kereta itu dented, dia tak boleh buka, right? Door dented. Okay, and the person was pinned to the seat. Okay, how will the fireman take him out? You have to use the fireman. Okay, I didn't put the, you can put the yourself here because no space after that. Okay, the fireman price. Tu siswa. Teacher, how to spell price? Bukan hadiah. P-R-I-S-E-D. Price is how to say? Like you open a can of maybe you're eating what? Rambutan. You have a can of rambutan with juice, so you want to open the can, right? So sometimes when you open that time, you use the can opener, it got stuck. Okay, kadang-kadang awak guna can opener, awak pusing-pusing-pusing, lepas tu dia tak boleh buka juga. So you take a knife, then you prise. Cuba buka dia. So you can say the fireman prise open. Okay, the fireman prise open the door. Okay, you can use it. Okay, as example, I say the driver was pinned. Was pinned means tak boleh dia tak boleh pin dia diri sendiri. You can still say the driver pin. If you say the driver pin means driver itu, pemandu itu pinkan diri sendiri. Tak boleh. Dia dipin. Okay, so he was pinned. Okay, pemandu kereta itu how to say IBM? Terlekat. Terperangkap di tempat duduk dia. Okay, you can say, okay, I repeat. He was pinned to the seat because the door was dented. So, the fireman prise open the door. Okay, belajar guna perkataan price. Yeah, I forgot to put here. Now I remember the word price. Okay, so try to use more words. Okay, let's continue. Okay, next one. All traffic stop. All traffic stop means all the cars are not moving, the lorries not moving, the bus, all the traffic. Okay. I ran over to the boy and saw blood on the road. He was bleeding from a cut on his head. A man came and examined him. Examine means memeriksa dia. Then he lifted the boy and carried him to a car. They sped off. Okay. Sped is the past tense of speed. Presumably to the hospital. Many people surrounded the driver who looked dazed and bewildered. Dazed means how to say look dazed and bewildered? Terpegun, not terpegun. Terperanjat like that. Okay, bewildered means dia tak tahu apa nak buat. Not know what to do. Okay, so he did not know what to do and he looked very surprised. A policeman came to calm things down. Okay, next. The taxi driver stopped his taxi and I quickly ran to the nearest telephone booth to inform the police and the hospital. From a distance, okay, from distant I could see some people trying to help the injured motorcyclist and the car driver. They carried them into one of the onlookers' car. Onlookers means orang yang menyaksikan kejadian. Okay, they carried them into one of the onlookers' car and sent them to the hospital. Onlooker adalah onlooker, orang yang menengok, okay, or looking at the accident and sent them to the hospital for treatment. Meanwhile, comma again, sorry for the comma. Meanwhile, the taxi driver tried to control and direct the traffic. Okay, soon the police arrived and they promptly dengan cepat. Promptly is dengan cepat. They promptly took some measurements and evidence. After that, they moved the damaged car and a motorcycle to the roadside to ease the traffic congestion. Ease means mengurangkan. Untuk mengurangkan kesesakan lalu lintas. Okay, they also took down the evidence provided by the witnesses and onlookers. Onlookers can be bystanders. You can use the word bystanders. Okay, I think we have earlier, right? I showed you. Okay, or let me go to the okay, let me look at the vocabulary. I think we have bystanders, right? See here, bystanders. Okay, there is a dash there. Be careful, eh? Onlookers, there is no dash. So where were we? We were where were we? Here. Okay, yes, correct. Sorry for the mistakes. Okay, so here, yeah, I did erase. Okay, so here, let me change to the highlighter and use blue. Okay, because the highlighter is set auto for yellow. Okay, so just now we have the word onlookers, so you can write will be bystanders. Okay, be careful whether there is a dash there. Okay, witnesses, you know, right? Saksi. Okay, so far so good. Okay, this is the last one for progress, I think. Yeah, there are some more. Okay, yeah, finishing. There are 4 more. And then we go to the ending. Okay, next one. Let me check. Yeah. I quickly ran towards the girl to lend her a helping hand. Okay, helping hand means pertolongan. Just now we learned this. Teacher, this is good because I use my idiom. All of a sudden, a van driver reverse. Reverse dia nak lari. Okay, so reverse means in Malaysia English say ghostan. Okay, so the van driver reversed his van and drove off as quickly as he could. I was extremely astonished, sangat-sangat terkejut, to see his irresponsible, tidak bertanggungjawab, and cold-blooded behavior. Cold-blooded means tak ada perasaan, no feeling. I watch appalled. Appalled means benci. I hate. I watch and I feel hatred. I watch in hatred as he sped off into the distance. Dia lari, eh? So bila lari is called hit and run, right? I then helped the girl to a safer place at the roadside. She told me that the pain in her arm was excruciating. Sangat-sangat sakit. Okay, I comforted her and told her not to move her arm. I also assured her, meyakinkan dia, that help was on the way. Some passers-by came to see if they could render any help. Okay, ini perkataan bagus, you must use render. On seeing what had happened, several students from the Red Crescent Society of our school came with their first aid kit. So maybe the accident here happened near your school. So the several students from the Red Crescent Society, Red Crescent is bulan, sabit, merah. Okay, not red moon, Crescent is sabit. Okay, with their first aid kit to help the girl by treating her minor injuries. I collected the girl's book and gave them back to her. Luckily, her motorcycle was not badly damaged. Okay, next. I felt so frightened and anxious at the time. I wanted to call the ambulance, then I realized that my phone was not with me. There was no phone booth around either. Luckily, a passerby that had seen the situation quickly used her mobile phone to call for an ambulance. Okay, there were a few students who had seen this situation. They quickly ran into the school to inform the teacher. After a moment, a male teacher rushed out from the school and called the police without wasting any second. Soon the ambulance arrived and the badly injured boy was taken, dibawa. Okay, was taken away to the hospital. The police arrived too at the same time. Meanwhile, another man had called up the police for ambulance. After a few minutes, the ambulance of a nearby private hospital came and carefully placed the boy. Ambulance cannot place the boy. You see here, there's something missing. So if you write like that, it's not good. Okay, ini tak bagus because I will put an omission mark. How can ambulance carry the boy or place the boy on the stretcher? Okay, so the ambulance of the nearby hospital came and you must put who? The paramedics, right? Okay, he always move. I think maybe a few minutes. Okay, the paramedics. Okay, so it's better to write like this. You can write the ambulance of a nearby private hospital came and the paramedics carefully placed the boy, meletakkan dia on the stretcher. Stretcher is alat, the one that with like this. Okay, there's the stretcher. There are two poles, ada dua tiang, dan dia ada kain kat tengah ni. Okay, ada kain. So the person will be lying here. Dang, 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 dang. Okay, so you'll be lying there, right? That is a stretcher. Okay, and took him away. The boy apparently means nampak. Boy itu nampak macam dia ada broken leg and arm. Apparently, okay, you are not so sure what you see. So the boy apparently had a broken leg and arm, and also had an injury on his head. That means that saya nampak pelajar itu kemungkinan, okay, these are the injuries. Okay, due to the collision, comma. Okay, sorry, there are many comma mistakes. Due to the collision, sebab daripada pelanggaran itu, he had become unconscious. Dia dah pengsan. So no one knew the extent of the injury on his head. The extent means sampai macam mana teruk. So orang tidak tahu sejauh mana cedera di kepala dia. Okay, I think you'll be feel stressed because there are many words, okay? But you can watch the video slowly and then choose the sentences that you write. Don't worry, if you do not want to listen to my explanation, you can use the PDF, okay? Okay, next. After the accident, some passers-by and many drivers stopped their car to give the victim a helping hand. Okay, give a helping hand. Belajar guna ini ya, give a helping hand. Idioms and proverbs. Just like me, they were shocked by the tragedy. Immediately, I ran to a nearby phone booth and called the relevant authorities. Relevant means yang berkaitan. Authorities means pihak yang berkaitan. Okay, relevant authorities. I also called for an ambulance. Although we managed to rescue a few of the victims, many of them were still trapped on the bus. After about 15 minutes later, sorry, not after, sorry, there's no after. Later cannot put after. So about 15 minutes later, the police, firefighters, and a few ambulances arrived at the scene and started the rescue work at once. Okay. Started the rescue work, memulakan kerja menolong. When the police were controlling the traffic and talking to the eyewitnesses, okay, teacher, yes, you can put eyewitnesses or tak payah I can take out. You can put witnesses also. The firefighters were helping the victim to exit from the bus. Exit means keluar. Okay, they were then treated by the paramedics at the roadside before being rushed to hospital. So these are the progress. I think progress will be quite long, right? Okay, so now we have reached the ending. So let's look at your comments. Okay, comments? Okay, question. Charmaine or Charmaine, what happened? Okay. Yes, Masita, Isaac, no comment. Okay, no comment. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay, next. In the blue, out of the blue. Not in the blue. Okay, out of the blue. Okay, next. Azri say understand. Okay, Masita has a question. Teacher, if you write idioms every paragraph, no, cannot. Don't write in every paragraph because if you write, it will be like abnormal. Ganja, eh? You cannot be in paragraph. Maybe in the whole essay, you can have 2 or 3. Whole essay of maybe 350 words. Okay, good question, Masita. Okay, any more questions before we do the last slide for the ending? So far, can you understand? The most important is remember the sentence where I did the back infinitive, right? I saw he ran, not he ran. I saw he run. Okay, that is called back infinitive. Okay, any more questions before we go to the ending? The ending means how maybe no, they went to hospital, then what you did. So that's the ending. Ask question. If you want to speak to your friends, you can do that. I can invite you to the live streaming here. Okay. Any questions? So I'm going to wait 1 minute. If there's no question, I'm going to continue. Do not write idioms in every paragraph, okay? Because that is not how a normal person would speak or write. Okay, good question. No question. Okay, let's continue. So we are at the sample sentences for the ending. Okay. The police ambulance arrived at about the same time. They noted down the positions of the vehicles and began asking for witnesses to the accidents. I volunteered to give some details since I had seen the whole thing. Okay, you can write that. So normally we have word witnesses, you have the word volunteered. Okay. Meanwhile, 2 ambulances had arrived. A traffic police was there too. 2 policemen took down statement, mengambil kenyataan from eyewitnesses. The injured and the dead were whisked away. Whisked away means cepat-cepat dibawa ke hospital. My sister and I later gave an account. Gave an account means beri penerangan. Bukan beri account bank ke apa So it's not a bank account or anything. So my sister and I later gave an account, memberi penerangan to the police of what had happened. Teacher, kenapa had? Sebab accident tu lebih awal berlaku. Okay, I repeat. First action. Okay, I use a blue one because yellow cannot be seen. Okay, kalau ada dua verbs, remember this is only in past tense or cerita yang telah berlaku. The first one is better to put had. Okay, for example, had eaten. Ini dipanggil perfect tense or participle. Okay, action kedua. Okay, campur. This is the first action. Habis. Action kedua. You always do that. Okay, action kedua, it will go to the another side. Action kedua, when. Okay, when. So, if there are 2 action awal ini kena guna had. Action yang terbaru kemudian you write past tense. So, there are 2. Past participle, past tense. For example, I had eaten before I went to school. I had taken my breakfast before I went to school. So, that's why the other had kat sini. Okay. My sister and I gave an account, beri penerangan. Untuk apa? Sebab accident tu telah berlaku. So my sister and I later gave an account to the police of what had happened. Okay, because kejadian ni telah awal berlaku, so they guna had. Okay, next. It was a horrifying scene that made me sick. Okay, satu kejadian yang teruk, pemandangan yang teruk yang menyebabkan saya rasa like you feel very sick like that. Okay, when the dead victims were taken out of the bus. Ini mangsa yang mati, okay? Okay, dead victim. Some of them had their stomachs ripped apart. Okay, ada yang perut mereka terburai, pecah. While some had fractured skull. Ada yang kepala dia, skull is what? How to say, Bia? Tulang di kepala dia, fractured. How to say fractured? Retak. Okay. Among other fatal injuries. Fatal injury means ada yang dah mati. Tapi yang ni belum mati lagi. Among. Among means di kalangan yang dah mati. Okay, the dead ones here, because this is dead here. Okay, so antara yang mati tu, the stomach was open, okay, the skull was broken, and okay, this one yang paling teruk lah, di kalangan yang teruk, yang dah mati. Not long after, the large amount of diesel fuel on the ground had leaked. Okay, see the word? That had leaked. Dia telah merebak. Dia merebak dulu gas ini. Not gas. Fuel, diesel fuel, dia merebak dulu. Okay, so not long after, the large amount of diesel fuel on the ground that had leaked from the oil tank of the 2 vehicles somehow ignited, menyala. So, menyala ni kemudian Dia bocor ni awal. So bila awal put had. Okay. So we are going to fire again. So you see here, blaze. Last week we learned blaze, right? For those who missed the lesson. On seeing the blaze is api. Everybody panicked. After requesting someone to stay away from the firefighters managed to put it out. Put out is padamkan and stop it from spreading. Luckily, no one was injured and the rescue work resumed. Resume means sambung balik, continued. A few hours later, all the victims were pulled out from the wreckage. Okay, I told you wreckage, right? Wreckage is a good word. Okay, how to say wreckage in BM? Wreckage means kereta yang remuk lah, anything, kereta or van or whatever. Okay, so the victims were pulled out from the wreckage. This is a good sentence. And the rescue operation ended, tamat. The deceased, okay, teacher, the deceased. Deceased means orang yang mati. See the D, dia adalah adjective. You don't need to write the deceased victim, can? Teacher, can I write the deceased victims? Boleh. The deceased victim is mangsa yang mati. Okay, or you don't want, you just put the deceased, people will know. Deceased bermaksud adjective untuk orang yang mati. Okay. The disease, the deceased is penyakit. Okay, the deceased was sent to the hospital mortuary. Mortuary is place in hospital for dead people, where they were claimed by their next of kin. Okay, bila mereka mayat dituntut oleh, claim is tuntut oleh saudara. Okay, next. The last few. I don't know why the words are there. Yeah, because of the flipping. So I erase first, okay? Discard. Okay, last one. So far so good. Let me check first any comments because we are going to finish soon. Tengkorak retak. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, next. Now we go to the last one. This is the last one. Hopefully you have learned something today and then you can write. And then don't forget, later on I will share the PDF. But the PDF is not like this, okay? The PDF has maybe how many? Let me recall. I think 12 stories for accidents. Okay, so but this one I already changed. I categorize them from like beginning, middle, and the ending. Okay, so let's continue. I was about to use a nearby public phone to call for ambulance when a kind parent stopped her car by the roadside. She volunteered to send the girl to the hospital. After the girl had entered the car, a few policemen arrived in the patrol car. When they learned that I was an eyewitness to the hit and run accident, they asked me some questions. So it's a hit and run. Langgar dan lari. Okay, I explained to them how the accident happened. Okay, di sana tengok ayat ni. I explained to them how the accident happened. Teacher, kenapa tak ada had? Okay, tak ada had. This is still correct. Tapi teacher ajar tadi letak had. Had lebih bagus. When you put had, people know that, oh, dia sebenarnya tahu past tense dengan past participle. So I explained to them how the accident happened, correct? But it's better to write, I explained to them how the accident had happened. Because dia ada dua. Ini past tense, yang lebih awal, yang kemudian, this one yang lebih awal. So kejadian yang pertama, put had better. I also provided them with the registration number of the van. Registration number jangan tulis plate number. And the description of the driver. Description of the driver ni macam mana rupa orang itu, driver. In the hope that, dengan harapan, the culprit will be apprehended. Culprit is bersalah. Apprehended means ditangkap. The guilty would be captured. Okay? The culprit would be apprehended. Orang yang bersalah ditangkap. And brought to justice. Dibawa ke muka pengadilan, something like that. Okay? Brought to justice means they will capture him and he will be locked and then they will punish him. That's the meaning. The policeman thanked me for my assistance, pertolongan, and cooperation. They also praised me, puji, for doing my civic duty. Okay, civic duty means kerja menolong orang lain. Civic is orang ramai, so helping others. Okay, the last one. After that, a police officer asked the lorry driver how the accident happened. He told the police officer everything. Both the police officer and the lorry driver complimented me, memuji, on my benevolence and prompt action. Benevolence ni baik and prompt cepat. Pertolongan memuji saya di atas kebaikan dan tindakan cepat saya. Okay, so this is good. Both the police officer and the lorry driver complimented me on my benevolence and prompt actions. He then requested the crowd to disperse. Dia minta orang ramai, what is the disperse? Bersurai. Okay. After that, the police cordon off. Cordon off means put the red tape, you know. For example, this is the accident scene. I draw, I draw one car only lah. Okay, and a bicycle example. How to draw a bicycle? Something like that. Okay, bicycle. So this is the policeman. Okay, we used the word cordon last week in our fire description, right? Cordon is, okay, I take the red tape. Dia ambil tape, tape yang merah putih tu. So I close the area. You know, like the drama CSI. Okay, so if you see the crime scene means tempat kejadian. Okay, we have the crime scene. So when you have the crime scene, they will cordon. Cordon means dia ambil tape yang merah putih tu. So dia akan tutup kawasan ini. Okay, so other people from outside, they cannot go in like this, they cannot enter the place. Okay, after that, the police cordon off the scene of the accident to facilitate investigation, untuk membantu siasatan. Okay, dia tutup sebab nak bantu siasatan. The police driver then went to the police station to lodge a report. This is a good word. Every time you write only to give a report, it's not give. Use the word lodge, memberi laporan ataupun membuat laporan. Okay, that's the end. Simple ending, then you can say that you drive back or you went on your way to school or something like that. Okay. Okay, we have the end. Okay, now don't forget, please scan this. If you have used handphone to watch, handphone is too small to watch. Maybe a tablet will be bigger. So if you're not using your phone, take your phone and then scan for the attendance. Remember, by 5 p.m., the attendant must reach the JPN. Sometimes if there's problem with the link, sometimes they allow you until night time. So I will look at your Google form, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, then I'll count the amount that I have to give them. Normally they ask for 3 items. One, berapa pelajar hadir online, berapa pelajar yang hadir selepas itu, dan berapa pelajar yang tidak hadir langsung. Okay, those are the 3 items in the report form from JPN. You want to see the form? I can show you now, okay? But actually I shouldn't be showing you that. Okay, thank you. That's all. Okay. So normally I'll make this into a video, then I'll share it in my YouTube channel normally, but not this video. This is live only for your class. Okay, my video is a different one. Okay, that's all. I finished today's lesson. Okay, let's look at the question. Okay, let's look at the question. Masita first, because there are just a few questions. If we change hospital, forensic cannot. Okay, forensic is later. When you have the body, maybe one day later, you do forensic. Forensic means you open up the body and then you check the cause. Okay? Okay, don't use forensic. Okay, next. Azril. What is punish? I see the punish. Okay, wait. Okay, next. Azril said, teacher, I am still confused whether need to put hat or not. Don't worry. If you cannot put hat, don't put hat. Okay? Hat is like this. One sentence only. Satu ayat saja. And then in that sentence, there ada 2 past tense. So the 2 past tense, ada 2 perbuatan. Both in past tense. Better not. Okay? But if you leave it like that, no problem. It is not wrong. Okay? But if you want to put hat, it means that perbuatan yang lebih awal. The earlier action must put hat. Okay, Hazril? Good question. I'm still confused. If you feel confused, don't worry. Okay, because if you are worried about this, then all your sentences will go wrong. So my advice will be for you, if you're not sure how to use had, don't. Okay, maybe in the whole paragraph, maybe 3 paragraphs, sometimes you use had, sometimes you do not. Normally they don't. Okay, Okay, yes. Punish. What is punish? Zarif Z Zaki. Okay. What is punish? I don't understand punish. Okay. Which part is punish? Okay, that's all. Any more question? Calm down. I said say calm down. Okay, calm down. Okay. Any more questions? I'll put my face bigger. So this is bigger. Last time you didn't tell me my face was this big. Okay, so my face is not as important as the slide. Okay, so I put my face smaller. Okay, any questions? I've not stopped the screen sharing. Anything that you want me to repeat? Because it's 2 o'clock. Okay, good timing. We started at 12:30, so it takes about 1 hour and a half. Last week I did with the form 2. No, I can't remember which class. I think your class, right? We took nearly 2 hours. Okay, any questions? Okay, Hazri say thank you, teacher. Jasmine say thank you, teacher. Joanne say thank you, teacher. Tingshan say thank you, teacher. Farah say thank you, teacher. Taufik say thank you, teacher. Who is this actually? Okay, Isaac say thank you, teacher. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the last one to say is calm down. Okay, anything else? Okay, that's all. Okay, I'll stop my sharing. Okay, done. So that's all for today. Goodbye. And then please ask if in our Telegram, WhatsApp group if there's anything. But I saw Puan Raja has started a group for parents, right, for your class. I think your class no problem. Only thing is we have to inform parents if you do not attend the class. But in my case, there is a video here. So there is a link, right? So you can watch it later. Okay? Okay, bye-bye. That's all. Signing off. Is that free? Okay, is that free? Okay. Okay, anything else? Bye-bye. I think that's all. Okay. Stay safe. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. And then do study for English too. Last question. Any more questions? No. Okay, bye-bye. I'm gonna end the broadcast, okay? Thanks for coming today, and hopefully you will benefit from this explanation. So if you want to request like any topics or any sections of the exam paper, do so. And then don't forget, for directed writing, I did video on Negeri Sembilan paper, Kelantan paper, Terengganu paper, Melaka paper, Pahang paper, and recently I finished Penang paper. So do check my videos, they are all there. Okay. And then my former student from Johor, Imua, okay, she messaged me through messenger. She said, teacher, she's in Kluang now. She's I taught her many years ago, okay, and then she told me that she got an A because of me, okay, and then she's in Kluang. She's also teaching tuition, and then she told me, teacher, there are some Kluang tuition center using your notes from YouTube. They printed out the videos and so on. So she told me, teacher, she asked me about the new format for SPM next year. Okay, where to get the books and so on. Okay, so try. I have a lot of trial paper that I've discussed, especially for directed writing. Because if you meet once a week, you can't do much, right? So do watch the video if you want to do revision on directed writing. And then remember the question I gave you in WhatsApp, right? I'm going to discuss that when I give you one question. Um, I can't remember which state. Okay, so the one with a lot of in the middle there they put, right, words like you cannot print or copyright, right? So I'm going to discuss that. Okay, and then there are two papers I gave you, one paper one, paper two. So paper two, I'll give you the answers. So if you have question, do ask. Okay, any question? I saw the literature is quite easy for novel. Okay, that's all. Liana say thank you, husband say bye bye. Okay, signing off. Stay safe, take care. Okay, bye. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. I'm gonna end now. Okay, bye bye.